We had a problem come up last Friday afternoon, and again on Saturday. I brought in a law enforcement official with these ATV problems. Motorcycles involved, ATVs, a bunch of Mickey Mouse junk, as far as I'm concerned. They were running all over people's fields down south end of the bar area. They were running into the dump, which was supposed to have been closed, but wasn't. They were all over down there. Law enforcement officials told these people they weren't kids. One of them was probably one of you guys' age right here.
Oh, I think you're going to say one of us young guys.
No, it wasn't you. No, I'm surprised. But anyway, to get more serious about this, but this is a problem that we've had in the past in the Holden district. It's also been a problem with the city of Fort Dodge. The guys will not go down in the ditch and stay there. They go back upon the roads. They do donuts in the roads. They do this, they do that, just exactly like Don just said. This has got, according to the state of Iowa, because the law enforcement official was the highway patrolman that I called in. And he told the guys at that time that they cannot have them on the roadway. Cannot. If they were crossing the road, that's a different story. That's in your new regulations you're setting up. But we're going to have problems with them. And as John just said, we don't have a law enforcement official who can handle it at this time. And probably never will, because we are getting more people in the area all the time. So I'm leaving it up to judgment of you guys, because you are our government. Please don't allow this bill to pass. It's nothing but a problem. We've already got the problem now, and we don't need anything to add to it. I appreciate if you didn't, but that's all I can say. Thank you very much. And the highway patrol officer would be very, very grateful if you didn't allow them on the road. Thank you.
Can I just make a comment? I thought this ordinance was just set up to go to the park, not open the field up for the whole road, all the road, is it?
This is for granular surface roads only, all the way throughout the county. So any gravel roads, they shouldn't, this ordinance should not affect you, Larry, down in Coleman. You're paved down there.
It's partially paved.
Well, you have a couple of small roads going
Right.
back to a couple.
Right.
But yeah, this ordinance.
But they have to get to that road. In order to get to that gravel road, they go on pavement. It's like it's happened in the past, and the police department's worked on this before, along with the sheriff's office, and they have said, no, you're not gonna run on the road, because it's a state law.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, it's opened up again, and all these guys are running up and down the road like they were before. Sheriff's been called out on them, highway patrol, city, everybody's been involved. And I don't know about the smaller communities. I really don't know whether they've had problems with this or not. I'm assuming they did have, because it seems like it's all over the state level. So I do be safely speaking to these people. Don't allow them to get on these ATVs, period, to go unless they're in a pickup or on a trailer. Let them haul them to where they're going, and they can break their necks if they want.
We have down Lehigh, it's extremely bad. The noise level, because of the lack of mufflers, and also they go wherever. And the river, now that it's down, I figure about another 6 inches lower, and they're going to be on there like who tied the pup. They were on there for the last 2 years. The DNR, they say things, but they never do anything. You've got, there's some of your deputy sheriffs that I've been in contact with that would love to catch these cats, but they are almost impossible unless you're there at the time to do it. And they blatantly go any place they want to. And if you think it was bad when John Anderson rode a Shetland pony in the early 50s stealing apples, I'll tell you what, this is a can of worms you don't even want to open up. Please. And I have plenty of, or I should say, several people that would love to testify, but because of their job and they don't want to, what is the word? They don't want to, well, they don't want to get involved. But the point is, yeah, it's a bad situation already.
Any other comments, questions? Corey, can you address John's concerns with the ordinances?
Sure. I advise the board legally. I'm Corey Coleman. I'm with the county, I am the county attorney. And, you know, John, I got your handout. I used Merrill's copy. And for any spinning around or damage to line fences or farm fields, I always encourage county residents to contact the county sheriff's office. There's possible criminal trespass. I'm sorry. There's possible criminal trespass and criminal mischief charges for that are separate parts of the code. I don't want the board to put those parts of the code in this, because then that's why the code's so big already. It's just doubling and tripling of things that are already out there. ATVs can also still be ticketed for excessive noise, and again, those are separate code ordinances. And I think most importantly, for number 12 in your handout, just for the board's consideration, trespass on private property is a separate code section. I have prosecuted it for ATVs before, and I have prosecuted it for damage to grass. In other words, where individuals were spinning their tires so much that grass was flying and there were ruts or damages caused in the property. I've personally done those cases, and they've gone to magistrate court before magistrate. People have been convicted. There's also careless and reckless driving provisions. If a person would happen to make their way on a public roadway, but I think Supervisor Campbell already talked about the issue with granular roads versus actual roads and that type of issue. So those are just the general legal points I can add to your discussion.
We're going to try to identify these. They're kind of hard to identify with a small licensing. Are we trying to identify these a little bit easier?
We are, current John, so you know, and we are looking at having the ATV use a license plate. It will not be this big of one, it'll be a motorcycle size. If they would choose to be on granular roads, they have to be licensed, they have to be insured, and they would have to have a license plate to identify the rider, to identify the ATV, I should say, in hopes of eliminating the nuisance riders. Whether we pass this or not, there's going to be those illegal riders that were out there. We're hoping to actually work to get the good riders identified and to help Jim and other law enforcement agencies to identify the riders that are not. You'd clearly be able to see the ones that did not have a plate on the back, hopefully would identify the illegal riders. How law enforcement chooses to deal with that, whether the state patrol ticketed them or what they did, I don't have control of that. But
Well, they do if they catch them on the road, as you know, the gym boys do anyway, and girls, by the way. The state also does it, but that's on the road.
Right.
That's not tearing some guy's fence up or something like that to get into an area, like he wants to go fishing back in Joe Blow's pond or something like that. And they got tear things up. And just like you said, that would be great if it's mandatory from the manufacturer that was on the vehicle.
I wish we could do it, we
Yeah.
can't regulate them, but.
I know you can't, and that's what we talked about the other day, and in fact, what I would like to see is, just John go along with this, is everybody meet with some of these ATV boys that want to run the roads, and so on and so forth, and the ditches for entertainment. Meet with them, let's set up some kind of program so we can all get benefit from it, you know. If the ones that are running otherwise, let them take care of them. ATV owners will be more than happy to take care of the guys that don't go along the